Welcome everybody to Chiropractic World Summit, our second anniversary. Here we are joined by one of our great speakers from last year, who probably needs no introduction for most, Dr. Bob Hoffman, who's chiropractor for a few decades, transforming the profession, and who's done many things from heading up the ICA to the Masters Circle, helping chiropractors all around the world. And definitely at these pivotal times, we need to work together, and how we can share wisdom and knowledge so that as a rising tide lifts all the boats. So we're very excited to have you, and we really want to find out exactly what it is that you're going to be talking about. So please, Bob.
Well, thank you so much for the invitation, Michael, and I'm so honored to be part of the Chiropractic World Summit for the second year in a row. And last year, I talked a lot about brain-based wellness and brain-based chiropractic. This year, I'm going to be doing something similar but different. I'm going to be talking about persuasion, the science of communication. And the reality is that when you speak to chiropractors around the world, like I do on a regular daily basis, most everyone thinks that they're an excellent communicator. And the truth is, most are not. The reality of it is that in communication, it's not what you say. It's what the other person hears, understands, interprets, and acts on. Our job is to be more influential. Now, there's a whole science to communication. And it's not taught in any chiropractic school, and it's not taught in most, if all, practice management firms. It's something that you really have to focus on, and I have worked at it really hard for almost 4 decades. So I'm going to go into the science of persuasion. And there are ways to be more influential. There are ways to get your message, your communication across that the patient actually understands it and responds to it. I'll just give you a little tidbit about that. Most of us try to communicate with logic. And logic is a wonderful and beautiful thing in life, but it's a terrible form of communication. When you communicate, for example, your report of findings in logic, you often hear things like, that makes a lot of sense. Let me go home and think about it. We have to learn to communicate in a different form. And that form is with emotion. And there is a way to do that. It's not scare care, it's smart science. Plus, in the science of brain, we know that we have to find a way to communicate to the old brain, the reptilian brain that's about survival. So I'm going to cover that in great detail. I'm going to share with you what some of the world's leading experts say about the science of communication, the science of persuasion. I'm going to give you actual examples and analogies. Believe me, this is not a presentation you want to miss.
Well, that's so salient, and you've touched on many areas, the inner work of how to reach and connect and persuade people in the best possible way for their highest good. And the more years I've been in practice, the more I resonated with that so much. And when we come out of college, we're so full of headspace for facts and logic, as you said. And yeah, that is not really what moves people. And that was a hard lesson for me. And I spent many years searching ways. So I'm really eager to hear more, and I'm sure many people will want to sign up and hear your message, Bob, because this is pivotal times. And, as a profession, wearing different hats. We're not just clinicians, we're business owners or business associates, and having all that personal development, all those different skills, attributes, is so salient and so important today.
100%. Look, as a chiropractor, we want to influence how people think to start care, to remain under care, to refer others, to come in for care for the rest of their life for the right reasons, to get them past pain and into healing and wellness. It's all about communication. So, in a perfect world, those of us who are the best clinicians who get the best and most consistent clinical results should have the best practices, but unfortunately, that's not the case. The people who have the best practices are the best communicators. And ideally, we want to be the best communicator and the best clinician. But communication has often been ignored, and quite frankly, it's an essential life skill. And I'll be spending quite a lot of time drilling down to the real issues, the real ways to communicate that will absolutely transform how you think, how you practice, and help accelerate your growth big time.
Great. Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to that. It's something that I constantly thirst for, and I'm sure all those chiropractors out there will gain so much from hearing your presentation and practical things that they can do to implement, say, Monday morning, which really makes such a difference. It's not just being entertained, it's about changing pattern interrupters so that, we can really have a successful practice and live life happy and smart. So thank you very much, and we're very honored to have you as our speaker. And that's on the Saturday, 24th of September. And you can sign up at chiropracticworldsummit.com, and we look forward to seeing you there. Thank you.